Jonathan Rea, five-time WorldSBK Championship, relaxing at home in Northern Ireland. How's lockdown been? Had plenty of homeschooling to do?
No, day off today actually. I took Jake motocrossing, so that's
Nice.
and then I got home. He promised me to do some homeschool when I got home, but then I got distracted. So there's always tomorrow in there. But we've been doing good.
Tomorrow.
Aside from, Tars tries. She does. We've got a bit of a routine where she does Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll do Tuesday and Thursday. But honestly, with a 4 and a 6-year-old, if you get 1.5 hours of concentration, that's like enough. So that's what I've got to. It's kind of what works for us, and they're blasting through their little curriculum, so it's not too bad.
So you're looking forward to getting back to racing at Jerez? Presumably it all happens?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, it's like I really enjoyed that I'd say the first 4 or 5 weeks I really enjoyed, because I did all the jobs around the house that you never get time to do. I did heaps of training, recovery, and sort of enjoyed the good life really. And then I got sick for a bit there a few weeks ago. I actually thought I had the virus, and I've been tested since, and I haven't. So I picked up some chest infection or whatever, and then now I'm suffering really bad with hay fever. So it's sort of one thing after another. But it's been nice. But I think, the good thing is Tarsha and I have been getting on pretty decent. So she's not summons me back to work just yet. But I think we're actually talking about. I think there's a provisional test down in Misano soon, and also we have a private team test in Barcelona. So we're sort of considering, putting our belongings in the van and just driving out, so we're in Europe, depending, how the whole quarantine thing works. But I think that's the sort of latest idea we have. So it seems like everything's moving in a good way though to go. I think it sounds pretty realistic to get racing in August. So although it's going to be bloody hot in Jerez in August.
Oh yeah.
So but I think it's pretty achievable, and hopefully we get it working.
You look like you've been training hard. You look a bit thinner than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, but I think that's probably partly to do with the sickness. I lost. Not that I ever carried weight, especially in these last years. I was a bit chunky when I first started, or chubby, whatever. But I dropped 2 kilos. I've never sort of been able to carry like 68, 9 kilos, and I was down in that sort of area in cycling. I enjoy cycling, but I never really did too much. Always in the off season, but I was doing sort of 400, 500 kilometer weeks and keeping on top of my gym training as well. I got myself a lot of home gym equipment that I could do. And on top of that, then I was having a night on the weekend where Tarsha and I would get ripped into a bottle of wine, and it sort of just caught up with you, it's just burning out. So that's the sort of, I guess that's the effects of just having too much time. And also the kids, once you give them all their energy that they need for the day, and then you have to sort of look after yourself and get on with your own training.
Oh, I know that.
I think I just hit a bit of burnout. So, yep, I'm sort of eating my way through the biscuit tin now, trying to get back to where I was comfortable. But it's hard, hard to find a balance when you're at home. This retired life doesn't look that great, to be fair. So I think I need to stick at it really and see I got addicted to that online cycling, that Zwift program.
All right.
I did a little bit of it in the off seasons, but generally I struggled with it and never logged my rides or whatever. And me and Jake Dixon started riding together a lot, and just was the competitive racing together. So it was good competitiveness. I started getting addictive. So I should have probably listened to my body. But now I'm I think the 1st of August, it's about 8 weeks away now, so we've still got a hell of a lot of time before we go racing. But Better that than going the other way, eh? Eating my way through the biscuit tin and putting on 4 or 5 kilos. That could have happened.
You won't be. You've experienced retirement in this lockdown period, so it's not coming anytime soon.
No, you know, do you know what I miss the most? I just miss the racing, that sort of Sunday afternoon feeling when you've done your work for the race, but you don't know if you're right or not, and you're sat in the grid and trying to. I miss that. I miss the nervous excitement. I miss working with the team. You know, the camaraderie, the sort of vibe in the team. Even just, yeah, I just enjoy my job, mate. That's where it is. I think.
Well, there are worse jobs.
Yeah, I do miss that side of it. The atmosphere with the guys, the competitive nature, the opportunity to win and stuff. That's been, I've missed that. I mean, there's nothing, you can go out and win a Zwift race online with a bunch of bloody, virtual cyclists, but it's not quite the same as taking a checkered flag and coming back to Park Fermi and all your team being there. That's something special.
No, I can imagine. So what, in terms of the coming season, I mean, it probably could or should have been title number 6, but we're not sure if it will be a world championship yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the minimum races is they have to run to call it a world championship, or but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I hope, it looks like they're really trying to get, they released the sort of provisional calendar of, was it 6 more, and then with the idea to really try to get Donington and Aston in there as well. So
somehow.
I mean, if that works, we're going to be up to sort of 9 rounds, which, I mean, 9 rounds of 3 races. I mean, maybe they should just run like 3 rounds, so 3 full races a weekend instead of that Super Pole race, and make it a real race.
Yeah.
So like back to the old sort of Sunday format, but put a race in there on Saturday afternoon as well, because there's not going to be any paying customers if it's behind closed doors, so it's just for TV. So I mean, people will be gagging for it. I'm not even massively into football, but I even miss that sort of being on the TV. So people will be gagging for sport by the time we get racing, I guess.
Well, and you don't have to pay the tyre bill for 3 full races, so it's not a problem, is it?
Oh yeah, I don't think of things like that, but yeah, that's only an extra set, isn't it? But
you'll get a text from Gim in about 5 minutes. No.
Yeah, but you know what I thought, right? When the whole pandemic thing, they were throwing options about a winter series and all this. Wouldn't that make so much more sense for like one champ, like say Superbike to be in the winter and MotoGP to be in the summer?
Yeah, but it would be, but it depends on if you ever want to run any races in Europe, because you'd only be able to have a couple of European races, wouldn't you? Because the weather's there'd never be a British race unless.
Well, I go all right in the rain, so it would suit me all right.
No, it's just the cold, isn't it? You need some tyres. You need some tyres that work at 1 degree.
Yeah, I mean, we could. So say the furthest north we go is England, so we could start in September at Donington if you
Okay. Yeah.
And finish
in Australia, say.
April in France, Assen.
Is it warm enough in Assen? Is it not?
Yeah,
Does it not snow at Assen in April?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Well, you get some good tracks in Southern Hemisphere tracks, that's for sure. You go back to Kyalami and
back to Kyalami. We could go Argentina again.
Suzuka.
Even Suzuka would be awesome. But I mean, I think what they're doing, it's good that they're trying to get it going. I think, but yeah, I wouldn't want that job. Like trying to organise a championship.
No. I think anyone does that job. I don't even think the people whose job it is to do that want that job at the moment.
But at least they're trying to get some racing underway.
So what happens next year? We see Alex, as your teammate, has done the deed and signed to probably pester you for next year, but no sign of a contract announcement from you guys yet. What's going on?
Nothing just yet, really. I mean, I think that's more automatic than a re-signing. You know, I think the way his deal was structured was a 1+1 and makes sense. You know, he's done an awesome job straight away. He's fit into the team great. He's been fast, works hard, gets on with everybody, and he's leading the championship. So if you're a team point of view, it's like makes sense, you know, to sort of take the option. So that's pretty cool. And for me, it's I'm out of contract, you know, so it's always strange at this time of year. Of course, I've been keeping in regular contact with the team to understand everything, and my manager's working behind the scenes to see that natural progression. But yeah, you know, it's I mean, hopefully, we should be able to announce something, I guess, in the next month or so.
Okay.
I'll be pretty clear of what I'm doing for sure. But right now, to be fair, it's because racing's so out of sight, it's out of mind, really. Like, it's not like you're at the track every other week with these guys. So it's not been top of the priority list to get something done, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
It's more on the back burner, and I think if we go to this test, we can sit down and understand where we are. And but yes, got like real world problems about. I think I might have to wash my car again because there's that much dust on it now from doing nothing.
But you've got small children the same as I have. Don't you just give them a bucket and a hose pipe and go? See how much. See if they can get any water on the car itself.
No, I mean, one's obsessed with Lego, and the other's he's got an unhealthy relationship with YouTube. So
yeah. My 9-year-old has an unhealthy relationship with YouTube, and
it's hard to see. That's real world problems, you know. So signing a contract will be a doddle.
Well, I suppose it depends on how many contracts you've got in front of you to sign, really, doesn't it? If it's just the one, it's easy. If there's 3 or 4, it's not so easy.
No, but I really want to keep riding. You know, I used to say to people like 3-4 years ago, maybe, if I do another championship, that could be it. But because I'm competitive and I'm enjoying things, it's I like being at the track, and I think you're a long time retired.
Yeah.
And, the kids are young enough that we're able to do that all together, and they haven't got a massive passion for. I mean, the eldest likes football, likes a bit of motocross, but he's not breaking my ass to go motocross riding or go do whatever. So I think that when that day comes, maybe that'll be the reason. But until then, keep trucking on.
Will Kawasaki turn up with a very different motorbike in 21? Do you think? Do you know? Have they given you any?
I have no idea. I mean, that's way above my pay grade. I mean, that's one of the things. It'd be quite beneficial to try and find out, you know, because I think moving forward, we've seen what Ducati came with last year. It was very strong.
Yeah.
You know, the right guy on that bike is a huge worry. We've seen what Alvaro did at the start of last year. I mean, he made everybody look pretty average. And so just the sound of things, it looks like Honda are trying to do the same, you know, come with this, you know, super bike. So I think we definitely need a step forward. It's been clear the last few years where we've been losing a little bit, and of course the good thing about Kawasaki is the race team, and the link between the factory and production is really close. Yeah. So they hear our complaints, and they hear. So it's just I guess it's a matter of let's see. I really hope so, because that would be the natural progression, you know, and try and improve, you know, work with something new, get excited about something new. But I still really feel our bikes. I mean, we look at it in Phillip Island. We were 1-2, so it's hard to complain, isn't it? You know, we don't have a lot of grounds to sort of dig our heels in. Certainly with Chaz on the Ducati and Scott, they're not exactly 52 kilos or 53 kilos, whatever it was that Bautista was. So the speed advantage sort of evens itself out a little bit. But yeah, it's always you're always trying to move forward and just working with the guys. So I find that part of it fun, more so now that I'm getting a bit older. You know, spending more time in the garage, understanding what's what, and try to improve things. You know, when I was a bit, not even younger, like even 2-3 years ago, I just wanted to twist the throttle. That's all I wanted to do and go as fast as I could. I had no time for testing new stuff, where now I kind of get excited about stuff like that.
When you go to Suzuka, do you think they'll give you an idea then? So it'll be November by then.
Oh, to be fair, I'd like to know before then. Yeah, I guess by that stage would have to know, because it's a production-based championship we're racing. You know, that's I think things would have to start moving by then.
How do you think Alex will get on the Kawasaki Suzuka? Bearing in mind, he'll have to rethink all the stops and the fuel economy and stuff, because you've got a fairly thirsty motorbike under you guys.
We did pretty well last year, to be fair. We did our first stint. We did because with fuel mappings you can turn it up and down accordingly. So I think last year we were bang on to do the 7 pit stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some manufacturers that have fuel consumption dialed that if they get a safety car for more than, say, 15-20 minutes, they could opt into a 6-stop strategy, which is something that's crazy. So, but Suzuka is a game of, man, you can put so much effort into that race and the smallest thing can go wrong.
Yeah.
We talk like even my crash last year that went wrong in the last lap, but we got the result. But something even sillier than that can happen during the race, and all that test and all that flying around. I mean, the team now is pretty much controlled by Game, the KRT team in Barcelona. So, along with a lot of support from the factory, so it's a huge effort to go there and have something go wrong. And I mean, I see we're still focused on that. We've got a date for it, which isn't colliding with Superbike, the proposed date. So, yeah, let's see how we fit in testing and whatnot. But yeah, Alex will be strong in that. He was good there anyway. He's good in Yamaha. He's probably the standout rider there at Yamaha over these last years. So I'm with a bit of, our bike's pretty good around there. Just we need to improve a little bit in the first sector, changing direction. But aside from that, she goes pretty good.
Do you think Alex is going to be your biggest title threat this year and next year, or do you think could it be Top Rack? Is it going to be Scott, or do you not? After only one round, can you not say?
It's so hard to say. We had 3 winners at Phillip Island, but it's the sort of race where, anything, you can't draw any parallels from Phillip Island if you look over the last years, the amount of surprise winners and whatnot. Taking nothing away from, me, Top Rack, or Alex, even who did win, but you need 3 or 4 races to really understand, the lay of the championship. After 4 rounds last year, you'd have said that Albert was a shoe in, but we won by more than 100 points. So you just never know, really. And it's probably disrespectful to guys that you probably haven't mentioned to discount anybody at this stage, because there's so many that could state their claim, but hopefully we do get 9 rounds or whatever it's going to be, and then it's more of a championship, if you like, than sort of a dash for cash. He did a pretty good job. They worked. They worked pretty to get that race 2 win was pretty good. I felt a bit humped myself on that, because I was just gutted by race 1. Making that stupid mistake coming back from being put off the track on lap 1.
Yeah.
My fault. I was just
angry.
Red rag to a bull. First time I rode in anger for a long, long time, and so I was either going to blow my tire up or I was like focused on getting to that lead group from the back. And because I didn't have all that experience of 22 laps and the way the Phillip Island race is, tactic in race 2 for me was just to control the race, but nobody else wanted to come through.
Right.
So, which is, I should have probably had more confidence in myself and put the hammer down and kept going. So it looked like when Alex got to the front and I got held up behind Van der Mark, I was able to close down that gap relatively quickly and still had a lot of tyre left at the end. So that's a huge step forward for us at Cowie, because last year we were in a world of pain with tyre consumption at Phillip Island. We thought we were doing good, and then I had a blister in FP3 in the tyre, and I thought, sort of knocks the wind out of your sails. Where this year we kept the temperature in the tyre 15 degrees lower than last year, which was a huge step. So massive kudos to Perry and the Pirelli guys as well, because we were able to come out of there with. Even though we lost a lot of points in race 1, it's probably the best we've done at Phillip Island, if you like. From a competitive point of view and where we are with the bike, so it's pretty positive.
You're going to have to keep some temperature out of the tyre at Jerez in August, that is for sure. How are you going to do that?
Oof. I hope they bring some hard tyres, some hard fronts anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. The good thing about our bike is it works in such a wide window, hot, cold, low grip, high grip, wet, dry. It's the base is pretty decent. So, Jerez for me is probably one of my not so favoured, not to say favourite track. I love the place, but just never done great there, to be honest. So it helps that comes first and get that out of the way, try and do a good job, and then start building, and see what we have left. I think you also got to keep an open mind this year. What's going to happen? I think the calendar could probably change 2 or 3 times, but we'll be ready in August to go when they say.